8th Beatitude. Blessed are those who are persecuted for my name's sake. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Now, persecuted for my name's sake, these are basically the people that I was meeting in the Soviet Union and in the Middle East. And for a Western Christian to think God will give me supernatural grace to do the right thing when the gun's at my head, they're living in la la land. Because that's kind of like trying to cram for a final exam the night before. If you're not prepared for it, you're not gonna make it. So what I'd like to challenge, and this is kind of how I looked at the Beatitudes, is there is no way on earth that I will be able to face my persecutors in the face and say the correct thing if I have not done the Beatitude before it, which is the prerequisite. So what is that? Well, that is, do I want to be, and so there's like, I can't do God's part and God can't do my part, just like Jeremiah 33:3, call to me, God tells Jeremiah, and God says, then I will answer you. So I have to do the calling, and after I call, he answers. So God says, if you do this, I'll do this. So you want to be called a son of mine? Absolutely. We'll do the 7th Beatitude. But what is that? Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Okay, so it would take me having a peacemaking heart to be able to face my persecutors and still not deny. Okay, how do I become a peacemaker? Well, do you want to see God? Of course, I think both of us want to see God. Well, there's a prerequisite. Blessed, which is the 6th Beatitude, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Okay, well, what's the prerequisite for having a pure heart? Well, it's the 5th Beatitude. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. And how do I become more merciful? Because that's really hard. I want mercy. It's hard giving mercy. Well, hunger and thirst for righteousness, and you'll be filled. Okay. And how do I hunger and thirst for more righteousness, which is then the 3rd Beatitude? Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And meekness is not the same as weakness. This is like controlling your strength. And we can explain that thing, but just for the sake of time, we'll just quickly go over it. So how do I become meeker? Well, do the 2nd Beatitude. Well, what's that again? Well, blessed are those who mourn, for they have been comforted. And why am I mourning? I'm mourning because I am poor in spirit, and I need supernatural help and grace from God to live these things out. The rest of Matthew chapter 5, to resist anger and to resist lust and to resist divorce and to resist retaliation. So the thing is I heard this metaphor before, and I love it. It's, if you would ask God,